to the Football Heritage. We're back again with another edition. Ah, the craziest Afcon final ever. Dramatic. A lot of drama went on in the Afcon final. Senegal, they won their second Afcon after defeating Morocco in the final 1-0. Papa Gay scoring a lone goal in the final to give Senegal a 1-0 win in the 94th minute of the game. What a game. Lot of controversy. Ah, absolutely crazy. So, the Afcon is over. Senegal, they are the new champion of African football after winning 1-0. And that final was Senegal. It was Senegal full final. That final was Senegal full final. The first time they were in the final was 2002 when they went against the indomitable Lion of Cameroon in 2002, and they ended 0-0 after 90 minutes plus extra time. They ended 0-0 and they went into penalty shootout. Senegal lost to Cameroon in 2002 in the penalty shootout, and they didn't make the final until 2019 when they played against Algeria in 2019. They lost to Algeria in 2019, 1-0. They lost to Algeria 1-0. And in 2021, they were in the final again. This time around, they played Egypt. Mo Salah against Sadio Mane. And they drew 0-0. Senegal won in the penalty shootout. So, Sunday, Senegal played a full final in the Afcon. And the goal Papa Gay scored was the first time Senegal scored in the final. And they have only considered once in the final before, and that was against Algeria, as I said earlier. So, let me give you the lineup from the game. Senegal, they had Mendy in goal. They had Antoine Mendy number 2. Number 3, they had Mali Diouf. 4 and 5, Mamadou Sarr and Moussa Niakate. Because Koulibaly was suspended for the final, so he was replaced by Mamadou Sarr. In Mayfield, they had a 3-man Mayfield. They had Lamine Camara in Mayfield, Idrissa Gueye, and Pape Gueye. Up front, 3-man up front, they had Sadio Mane, Nicolas Jackson, and Iliman Ndiaye. Morocco national team goal, they had Bono, Hakimi number 2, Naif Agat, and Adam Massina 4 and 5. Mazraoui number 3, 3-man Mayfield, El Khanous, Anaoui, and Salibari. In Mayfield up front, they have Brahim Diaz, Ayoub El-Kabi, and Azaouli. That was the team. But it was a crazy match. The best opportunity Senegal had in the first half when they played through Nicolas Jackson, play a wonderful pass for Iliman Ndiaye. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, tried to slot it home, but brilliant save by Bono. That was a brilliant save from Bono to keep it 0-0. And the game, Senegal had a lot of chances in the game. They had 7 shots on target, 2 to Morocco. But possession was almost like 50-50. Even though during the first half, Morocco, they sat deep, tried to catch Senegal on the break. Because Senegal in this tournament, I think, they had the best team in the tournament. They had one of the strongest midfield in the tournament. If you look at the Senegalese midfield in the tournament, you look at Lamine Camara, young, outstanding midfielder, veteran Idrissa Gana Gueye, Pape Sarr, the guy who scored the goal in the final, very outstanding. I think this gone Afcon, Pape Sarr, to me, he was one of the best players. I think he's going to make the team of the tournament. He was one of the best players, not just midfielder. And you look at their substitute, Ismaila Sarr, Abdullah Sek, Ibrahim, the 17-year-old Ibrahim Baye. This kid at 17, he has won almost everything. He has won the French League with Paris Saint-Germain. He won the Champions League. He has won the Afcon, Coupe de France. He has won almost everything at the age of 17. Second half, Morocco had the best opportunity to score in the second half when their big striker Ayoub El Kabi, he missed a glorious opportunity to make it 1-0 for Morocco. That was the best opportunity Morocco had in the entire game. And going towards the end of the match, the first controversy, before I get on the referee, the first thing that happened, Senegal thought they have taken the lead. When the referee ruled a goal out for the foul on Ashraf Hakimi. And in my opinion, that's my opinion, I don't think that was a foul. That was very soft. You don't give that as a foul. That was a soft foul to give. And a few minutes later, in a down minute injury time, the referee, first of all, the referee didn't give the decision as a penalty. So, why in game of that magnitude, Afcon final, the biggest competition in Africa, the final of that competition, the dying minute, having rule a perfect goal for a foul, why will VAR get involved with that penalty? Why should VAR get involved? That was my major problem. The referee didn't give the penalty first. The referee didn't give the penalty first. So why should VAR get involved? VAR should have never gotten involved in a decision. Tensions are high, emotions, everything. You cannot, after Senegal was denied a clear goal, then you get involved in a decision that wasn't given by the referee at first. VAR should have never called a referee to look at that decision. They should have stood with the referee, the on-field decision. They should have stood with the on-field decision. They shouldn't have called a referee to look at the monitor. That was a blunder from the VAR. And when the referee went to the monitor, even though a lot of time, 9 out of 10, if that foul is committed outside the bar, we all watch football game. 9 out of 10, that foul outside the bar is not a foul. So why are you giving it then? And the Senegalese players, the coach decided, he told his player to leave the pitch and go into the dressing room. And almost everyone on the left, but Sadio Mane didn't leave. Sadio Mane was appealing to them for them to end the game. That it was be in the interest of Africa, African football. People shouldn't look at African football in a bad way. He encouraged his teammates. And I saw him when Ilhaj Diouf was there. He went. Ilhaj Diouf was in his stand. He went he spoke with Elijah in the stand, and I saw Elijah. He was on FaceTime. I don't know who he was talking with, but I think the person he was on FaceTime with, that was a powerful person for Senegal. I believe that person was a powerful person, was one of the decision maker or a heavy figure in the Senegalese body politics, either the president or some big official he was speaking with. And after that, Manny went in the dressing room, encouraged his guys to come out. And his teammates, they went back on the pitch to end the game. And Brahim Diaz decided to penenka that penalty. I don't know what was going through Brahim Diaz's head, but how can you penenka that? That's a freaking Afcon final. That's an Afcon final. The bigger competition in Africa, the final. You just a kick away from winning that tournament. Just a kick from winning the tournament. The tournament at Morocco, they have now won. They have now won that tournament for 50 years. Since 1976. The last time Morocco won the Afcon, they finished first 1976 and Guinea finished second place. Since then, they have now won the tournament. And for you to do that, where millions of Moroccans were watching on TV, and thousands of Moroccans were at the stadium, and you penenka that penalty. That was a huge mistake from Brahim Diaz. Try to kick a regular penalty. If you miss, at least a lot of people, they will say, okay, he did it. But when you penenka such penalty, you should score. Then people will laugh about it. But if you penenka such crucial penalty, or Afcon final, you penenka that. You are not Zinedine Zidane who penenka a penalty in 2006 World Cup final against Italy. Zidane scored a penenka in the World Cup final against Italy. But for Brahim Diaz, of all people, to do that, and he squandered an opportunity to win their first Afcon in 50 years. They went to extra time. The 4th minute of the extra time, when Papa Gay struck a wonderful goal. A wonderful goal, what a rocket, straight into the roof of the net. Senegal took the lead in the 4th minute of the game in extra time. And the defender, and it should have been more. Because substitute Sherin Jai should have scored. He should have scored in the second half of the extra time. But a brilliant double save from Bono. I think the rebound, Bono hit the ball back on Sherin Jai to play the ball on his foot for goal kick. But if Sherin Jai was a little bit faster, he would have scored that goal. And Senegal, they defended until the final whistle to win their second Afcon in 3 Afcon. First time ever to see such drama. And the referee, apart from that, let me go back to that penalty decision. Before that corner, when the ball was played, go and rewatch it. When the ball was played to Ayoub El Kabi, the Moroccan striker, the ball was played to Ayoub El Kabi, and the Senegalese defender intercepted it and went outside for corner. But it should have been offside. Because when the ball was played to Ayoub El Kabi, he was in an offside position. So first off, if the linesman and the referee, if they would have called for the offside, that controversy wouldn't have occurred. Because Morocco wouldn't have had a corner key for the penalty key to be given to them. The referee made a lot of errors in that game. A lot of errors. The corner leading to the penalty, it shouldn't have been a corner. It should have been an offside. El Kabi was clearly offside. But the linesman didn't put his flare up, and the referee didn't give the offside. He gave corner, and the corner resulted into that penalty. Where we had about 20 minutes, the play couldn't resume. The referee, he gave a lot of yellow card to the Senegalese players that they didn't deserve. And similar foul, Moroccan will commit similar foul. And he will not give yellow card or he allow play continue. So he tried. The referee tried his possible best. But I don't know why CAF will allow a referee from Congo, who is not even one of the best referees on the continent. That's an Afcon final. If the best referee is not from either of the two countries in the final, or the biggest rival of any of the two countries in the final, that referee should be the referee for the final. You should select the best of the best for the final. Because that's the biggest game in African football. Why are you not giving it to the best referee? Why are you not giving it to the best referee? That was a shame. CAF tried for Morocco to win this tournament. They tried for Morocco to win, but they couldn't. Football won. Football won on Sunday. They tried to give this trophy to Morocco. Go back and watch all of Morocco game. Go back. A lot of decisions were in favor of Morocco. All the games they play. Go back to the Cameroon game. Go back to the Nigeria game and see for yourself. Most of the decisions went Morocco way. They try helping them. They help them in all their games for them to win this trophy. And it shouldn't be that. African football, a lot of people already have problem with African football. We should try our possible best to be fair. There should be no corruption in African football. Try to minimize it if it exists. It doesn't matter who is hosting the tournament. If you're not good enough, you are not good enough to win it. And the best team won. Senegal was the best team in this tournament. This is why they won. They were the best team. And kudos to Sadio Mane for winning his second Afcon. He is only the third player to win multiple African Player of the Year and 2 Afcon, beyond legend Roger Milla of Cameroon and Samuel Eto'o Fils of Cameroon. The third player, Sadio Mane, to win 2 African Player of the Year award and 2 Afcon. So he's a legend. He's one of the greatest African player ever. For me, after all of his success, all that he has achieved in his career so far, Sadio Mane, the career he has had so far, he's ranked 3rd for me, the 3rd best player ever in the history. The 3rd best player ever in the history of African football. For me, Samuel Eto'o will always be my number 1 for what he has achieved. No African player has achieved, both internationally and international football and club football. Samuel Eto'o achieved than any other African player. So for me, Samuel Eto'o will be the number 1 until somebody can achieve what he has achieved. So Eto'o, my number 1 for what he has achieved with Cameroon. He won the Olympics with Cameroon 4-time African Player of the Year. He won the Champions League. 2 treble, a treble with Barcelona, another treble with Inter Milan. So for that, winning Golden Boots in the Spanish La Liga, one of the best players in La Liga. He's the all-time great when it comes to African football, followed by George Weah. He never had a great career like Eto'o. The reason why I put George Weah too, you are being down if he wouldn't have won the Ballon d'Or. He won the Ballon d'Or, so the winning the Ballon d'Or alone, this is why I put him second. But internationally, he won nothing. Internationally, he didn't win anything. He never won the Champions League. He never went to a World Cup. So, for me, my criteria, the criteria that I said, this is why, just because of the Ballon d'Or, this is why I put him second. But there are a lot of African players that achieve more than what he achieved. But because the only African player to win Ballon d'Or, so I put George Weah second, and Sadio Mane for what he has achieved at this level, third play automatically. Yaya Toure and Mo Salah occupy the 4th and the 5th spot. So before I go, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. Please subscribe to the channel and share the channel. So peace. I'm out of here.